We are learning lesson number 6, animal classification, and in last video we have studied chordata, phylum chordata. In that phylum chordata, it is divided into three parts or three uh, subphylums. There are three subphylums. Which are that three subphylums? First one is the Urochordata, second one is the Cephalochordata, third one is the Vertebrata. So in that Vertebrata, what are the characteristics? That one we are going to study. So in that Vertebrata, subphylum Vertebrata, in that notochord is present, and notochord is replaced by vertebral column. Then head is well developed is there. Brain is present in the cranium or cranial cavity. Brain is present in the cranial cavity. And endoskeleton, it is cartilaginous or bony. So cartilaginous or bony you are saying, and that cartilaginous or bony means it is flexible. And two types are there in that vertebrata. Again, two types are there. Which that two types are there? Agnatha. Agnatha means jawless animals. They are not having jaws. And second one is the gnathostomata. And these animals are there with jaws. So some are jawless and some are with jaws. So which are jawless, these are called as agnatha, and which are what you can say with jaws, these are called as a gnathostomata. So now after this next point we are going to study, and that next point is that a subphylum Vertebrata, it is divided into, or it is classified into 6 classes. It is divided into 6 classes. And which are that 6 classes? That one we are going to study. And that 6 classes are, first one is there, what you can say, 6 classes are there. In that 6 classes, different classes are there, and in that 6 classes are there. First one is there, cyclostomata is there. Second one is there, Pisces is there. Third one is there, amphibians is there. Fourth one is there, reptiles is there. Fifth one is there, aves is there, and sixth one is there, mammalians. So 6 classes are there. Phylum or subphylum Vertebrata, it is divided into 6 classes. So one by one that 6 classes we are going to study, and that first classes is there, cyclostomata. First one is there, cyclostomata. So what you can say, 1 minute, subphylum Vertebrata. Subphylum Vertebrata is divided into 6 classes. It is divided into 6 classes. And which are that 6 classes? First one is there, cyclostomata. Second one is there, Pisces. Third one is there, amphibians. Fourth one is there, reptiles. Fifth one is there, aves. Sixth one is there, mammals or mammalians. So these 6 classes we are going to study one by one. But what are their characteristics? That one also we are going to study, and their examples also we are going to study in this video. So we'll study very first cyclostomata. Cyclostomata class in the Vertebrata. So which are the characteristics of the cyclostomata? In that first we will see characteristics. So in that cyclostomata, they are having, these are jawless animals. That means they are not having jaws. Jawless mouth is there, so they are called as agnatha. And their mouth is provided with suckers. Second thing is their skin is soft and without scale. So on the skin skin is soft and they are not having scales. Third third criteria, third characteristic is there, and that third characteristic is their paired appendages. So paired appendages are absent. In case of the cyclostomata, paired appendages are absent. Fourth point is related to the endoskeleton. So whatever the endoskeleton is there, that endoskeleton is there cartilaginous, flexible. And fifth point is there, most of these animals are ectoparasites. Ectoparasite means parasites who are knowing, they are growing, they are living on the body of the host, and they are acquiring or they are getting their nourishment by living on the body of the host. So these are ectoparasite. Example is there petromyzon and myxine. Petromyzon and myxine, their characteristics will write. What are the characteristics? So in that first characteristic is there, these are having jawless mouth. They are having jawless mouth. That means agnatha. These are agnatha, jawless mouth, and provided with suckers, and that mouth is having suckers. Second point is there. In that second point, skin is soft and without scale. Skin is soft. Skin is soft and without scale. Without scales. Third point is there. In that third point, what you can say, they are having paired appendages are absent. Okay. Third point, paired appendages. Paired appendages are absent. Paired appendages are absent. Fourth one is there endoskeleton. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. 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 Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. And the fifth point is there. Most of these are ectoparasites. Fifth point is there. Most animals are ectoparasites. So cartilaginous, in that only single L is there. cartilaginous. Most animals are ectoparasites, and examples are there. Which are the examples? In that petromyzon and myxine. Petromyzon and myxine, these are the two examples, and their diagram you can draw like this way. First we'll draw mouth, then mouth is having suckers, like this way suckers will be there. Suckers are there. Then you will draw like this. Again like this you will draw. And this one example from that particular cyclostomata. So like this way you will draw. Again finally like this way you will draw. And in that, which names are there? Gill slits are there, eyes are there. Suppose here mouth is there, suppose here eyes are there, and here will be gill slits. Okay. So like this will be the diagram. In that suckers are there, eyes and gill slits are there. So you can draw these diagrams by looking in textbook also. Okay. So this one we have studied about cyclostomata. Next class we are going to study, and that next class is their Pisces. So next second class we will study, that one is their Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. Next second class is their Pisces. In that fish are coming. Which animals are coming? Fish. So second one is their Pisces. Second class is their class Pisces. So what are their characteristics and what are their examples, that one we are going to study. So Pisces, these are the cold-blooded animals. So they are called as a poikilotherms. These are cold-blooded animals, and that's why they are called as a poikilotherms. Second thing is they are aquatic, fresh water as well as marine water. These animals are aquatic. They are found in fresh water as well as they are found in the marine water. And the third point is their body is spindle shape or boat-like. Body is spindle shape or boat-like for reducing air resistance. So air resistance is reduced, water resistance. So body is spindle shape, so that it is provided, or it is spindle shape for the avoiding water resistance. And body in case of the ewes, it is a spindle shape, streamlined body is there, but it is for air resistance. And here is for the fish, water resistance, you have to remember. So next thing is their body of this particular animals. It is having paired appendages, paired and unpaired fins are there for swimming. Paired as well as unpaired fins are there for the swimming, and as well as tail fin is used as a steering organ or steering organ. Tail fin is used as a steering organ, okay, during swimming. And next one is their exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is made up of scaly, and endoskeleton is their cartilaginous or bony. Exoskeleton, it is having scales, and endoskeleton is their cartilaginous or bony. So you have to will write that characteristics. What are the characteristics of the Pisces? Characteristics. So first characteristic is there, these are mostly aquatic. These are mainly aquatic animals, but we'll say these are cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals. And if these cold-blooded animals are there, here you are saying these are poikilotherms. Poikilotherms means cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals. Second thing is that these are aquatic. These are aquatic. These are aquatic animals. Aquatic animals, and in that fresh water as well as they are found in fresh water as well as marine water animals. Marine water animals. They are fresh water as well as marine water animals. Third characteristic is there. What is the third characteristic? Body is spindle shape to minimize water resistance. Body is spindle shape to minimize water resistance. Opposition of water, you can say water resistance, to minimize water resistance. Fourth characteristic is there, and that one is there, they are having paired and unpaired fins. they have paired and unpaired fins. Paired and unpaired fins, and tail fin is used as steering organ, that is to change direction in water, So tail fin is used to change the direction in water while swimming. Fifth characteristic is their exoskeleton is scaly and endoskeleton is their cartilaginous. So fifth characteristic is their exoskeleton is scaly and endoskeleton is cartilaginous or bony. So you have to remember these are the characteristics, and the last thing is their examples. So which are the examples in case of these animals? So we'll write examples. So squaliodon, shark is there, stingray is there, squaliodon, shark is there, stingray is there. So these are the fish. Also many types of fish are there. Katla is there, rohu is there, rohu also you can write, rohu. So these are the different types of fish found in the water, and these are their characteristics. So these are cold-blooded animals, poikilotheriums. These are aquatic animals, freshwater as well as marine water animals. Body is spindle shaped to minimize the water resistance, opposition of water. Then they have paired and unpaired fins are there, and tail fin is used as a steering organ to change the direction. Exoskeleton is scaly, endoskeleton is their cartilaginous or bony. And examples are the squaliodon, shark, and a stingray. So their diagram also you can draw. You have to draw the diagram. Draw diagram of squaliodon or any fish, squaliodon fish. You have to draw from the textbook. So draw the diagram of the squaliodon from the textbook. Its diagram is given in the textbook. So we are going to study now next class from the subphylum Vertebrata, and that next class is their amphibians. Next class we are going to study, and that one is their amphibians. So next class is there, and that third class is there. Name of that class is there amphibians. So you are knowing amphibians, they can live in water as well as they can live on the land also. They can live in water as well as they can live on the land. First of all, we'll see their characteristics. So what are their characteristics? First characteristic is that these animals are what you can say, strictly aquatic during the larval stage. During the larval stage, they are aquatic and they can perform respiration with the help of gills. So during the larval stage, they are aquatic, strictly aquatic, and they can perform they are doing aquatic respiration. But during the adult stage, they can live on the land also. During the adult stage, they can live on the land also, and they are performing respiration on the land with the help of lungs, or they are using skin for the respiration. Okay, Next thing is the external ear is absent. Whatever we are having like this external ear, that ear is absent. So they are having tympanum or tympanic cavity they are having. Again, one more thing is their neck is absent. Neck is absent. And one more thing is there again, eyes are with eyelids. So if you will see frog, frog is having eyelids. Frog is having eyelids. So what are the characteristics? That characteristics will write on board. You have to write that characteristic, and then examples are there. Frog is there, tadpole is there. These are the examples of the amphibians. So which is the first characteristic is there? These are aquatic, strictly aquatic during the larval stage. These are strictly aquatic during larval stage. During the larval stage they are aquatic and can perform respiration in water. Then second characteristic is there, that is second characteristic, during the adult stage they can live on the land. During adult stage they can live on land. Live on the land. Then third characteristic is there, they can live on the land. You can give land as well as water. So they are doing respiration in aquatic also, and they are doing respiration, aerial respiration. That means, that is, they can perform aquatic and aerial respiration. Outside the water also they can do respiration. Then next characteristic is their exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is absent and the skin is kept moist for the respiration. Exoskeleton is absent and skin is always kept moist for respiration. Skin is always kept moist for the respiration. Next thing is there, external ear is absent. Fourth characteristic is there, external ear is absent. External ear is absent but have tympanum. But have tympanum or tympanic cavity also you can say. It is having tympanum or tympanic cavity. Neck is absent. Fifth one is there, neck is absent. Sixth characteristic is there. What is the sixth character? Eyes are with eyelids. Eyes are with eyelids. They are having eyelids. And examples are there. Frog. Again you can give example. Toad. Frog and toad. These are the examples. And you have to draw the diagram of the frog. Draw diagram of frog from the textbook. You have to draw the diagram of the frog textbook. You have to write the points these and you have to draw the diagram from the textbook. So here, which are the characteristics? First one is there, these are the strictly aquatic during the larval stage, can perform aquatic respiration in water. During the adult stage they can live on the land as well as water, and they can perform aquatic as well as aerial respiration. Then exoskeleton is absent. Skin is always kept moist for the respiration. External ear is absent, but tympanum is there. Tympanum is present. Neck is absent. Eyes are with eyelids, and examples are the frog and tadpole. So we'll after this we are going to see next class, and that class is the reptiles. So in that reptiles, snakes are there, lizard is there. So these are the reptiles. So we'll see what are the characteristics of the reptiles. And another thing is there, examples of reptiles we'll see. First one is there now. Class is there, fourth class is there, and that class is reptiles. So in that reptiles, what are the characteristics? Or you can say reptilia. These animals are called as reptiles, and that class is called as reptilia. This is called as reptilia, or amphibians. We have studied before this. Now we are going to study about reptilia. So what are the characteristics of the reptilia? First thing is there, these are first two true terrestrial animals. These are the first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. Second one is there, these are the cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded, then you are seeing poikilotherms. Then a body cannot be lifted up, so they are creeping on the ground. Their body cannot be lifted up, so they are creeping on the ground. Then skin is dry, scaly. Skin is dry and it is having scales. Neck is present between head and trunk. Neck is present, but in that amphibians we have studied, neck is absent, and here in the reptilia we are going to study. We are studying that neck is present between head and trunk. Again, external ear is also absent. Example is the snake. We are saying snakes can listen. Snakes cannot listen, but there are vibrations of that particular earth, or vibrations they are noticing. If any animal is coming, any organism is coming nearby, then earth is, or that land is vibrating, and they are getting sensation. So they are not having ears. External ear is absent. Digits are provided with claws. An example you can give: tortoise is there, lizard is there, snake is there. Tortoise, lizard and snake, these are the examples. So in that first we'll see what are the characteristics. These are the first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. These are first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. Second characteristic is there. What is the second characteristic? These are cold-blooded animals, also you can say poikilotherms. These are cold-blooded animals. That is, these are poikilotherms. Then next characteristic is their body cannot be lifted up, so they are creeping on the ground. Body cannot be lifted up, so show creeping movement. They are showing creeping movement. Their body cannot be lifted up. Third characteristic is their skin is dry and scaly. Skin is dry and scaly. Fourth characteristic is there. Another fourth characteristic you can say, neck is present between head and trunk. Neck neck is present between head and trunk. Neck is present between head and trunk. Now fifth characteristic we'll see, external ear is absent. External ear is absent. External ear is absent. External ear is absent. Sixth, one characteristic is there, and that characteristic is that digits are provided with claws. Digits are provided with claws. Okay, digits provided with claws. Digits are provided with claws. CLAWS. Digits are provided with claws. Another thing is the examples. So which are the examples of these animals? And the examples are there. Tortoise is there, lizard is there, and snake. Examples: tortoise, lizard, and snakes. These are the examples. So you have to draw the diagram of lizard. You have to draw the diagram of the lizard. Lizard, which are the characteristics? These are the first two true terrestrial animals with a creeping movement. These are cold-blooded animals, poikilotherium. You can see they cannot, their body cannot be lifted. So they show creeping movement. Skin is scaly and dry. Next thing is there, neck is present between head and trunk. Neck is present between head and trunk. Another thing is there, external ear is absent, and digits are provided with claws. Digits are provided with claws, and the last one is the examples. So you have to draw the diagram of lizard. Draw diagram of lizard. So you have to draw the diagram of lizard from the textbook. So next, what you can say, next class we are going to, two classes remain, that classes we are going to study, and that classes are, fifth one is there, ewes, and sixth one is there, mammalians. Ewes and mammalians. Fifth class is there, ewes. Class fifth is there, ewes. So which animals are coming in the ewes, and what are their characteristics, we'll see. First thing is that in case of the ewes, they are completely adapted for the aerial life. Ewes are completely adapted for the aerial life. Second thing is that these are the warm-blooded animals. So you are saying homeotherms. We are saying homeotherms. That is, they can maintain their body temperature constant. Third one is their body is spindle shape to minimize the air resistance. Body is spindle shape or streamlined body is there to minimize the air resistance. Forelimbs are converted into wings. Forelimbs are converted into wings. Another thing is there, what you can say, and whatever digits or digits are covered with scales and bear claws. Digits are provided with scales and they are wearing claws. Exoskeleton is there in the form of feathers. Feathers are there on their body, so exoskeleton is there in the form of feathers. Neck is present between head and trunk, and the last characteristic is there, jaws are modified into the beak. And examples are there, parrot is there, peacock is there, pigeon is there, duck is there, penguin is there. So these are the examples of that particular ewes. We'll write characteristics. What are the characteristics? So in that characteristic, first one is there, these are totally adapted, completely adapted for the aerial life. These animals are completely adapted for aerial life, completely adapted for aerial life. Second one is there, these are warm-blooded animals, that is, these are also called as homeotherms. That means they can maintain their body temperature constant. They can keep their body temperature constant. Third characteristic is their body is spindle shaped to minimize the air resistance. Body is spindle shaped to minimize air resistance. Apposition of air, you can say, while flying. Fourth characteristic is that forelimbs are converted into wings. Forelimbs are converted into wings. That means wings are formed. Fifth one is there, what you can say, bones are hollow. They are having cavity. Hollow, or they are having cavity. Bones are having cavity. Next characteristic is there, digits are covered with scales and claws. Digits are covered with scales and bear claws. Seventh characteristic is there, and that characteristic is there, exoskeleton is there in the form of feathers. Exoskeleton, it is having feathers. Exoskeleton is feathers. Eighth one is there, a neck is present between head and trunk. Neck is present between head and trunk. And ninth one, last one is there, jaws are modified into the beak. Jaws are modified into beak. And examples are there. You can give peacock is there. Peacock. Another one is there. Parrot is there. Again, pigeon is there. Pigeon, P-I-G-E-O-N, P-I-E-G-E-O-N, or P-I-G-E-O-N, pigeon is there, pigeon. So these are the examples. Sparrow is there, penguin is there, duck is there, duck, penguins. These are the examples of that one. And you have to draw diagram of the pigeon. Draw diagram of pigeon from textbook. You have to draw the diagram of pigeon from the textbook. So which are the characteristics? One more time we'll see. These animals are completely adapted for the aerial life. Second one is the warm-blooded animals. Third one is they can maintain their body temperature. Third one is their spindle-shaped body is there to minimize the air resistance. And the forelimbs are converted into the wings. Bones are hollow, or cavities are there in the bones to reduce their body weight. Digits are covered with scales and bare claws. Then next thing is their exoskeleton is there in the form of feathers. Neck is present between head and trunk. Jaws are modified into beak. And examples are there: peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, sparrows. So these are the examples. And last phylum, now last class we are going to study, and that last class is there, class Mammalia. Which class we are going to study? Class is there, class number 6 is there from the vertebrata, and that one is there mammalians, class mammalians. So in that class, what are their characteristics and what are their examples we are going to study. So see, class number 6 is the class Mammalia or mammalians. Such animals are called as mammalians. In that characteristics we will see first. So mammary glands are present, it is important characteristic. Mammary glands are present. Second one is their warm-blooded animals. Homeothum, you are saying. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Digits are with nails, claws or hooves. Nails are there, claws are there or hooves are there. Then exoskeleton is in the form of hair or fur. Exoskeleton is there in the form of the hairs or fur. And examples are there: elephant is there, human being is there, kangaroo is there, dolphin is there, bat is there. These are the examples of class Mammalia. So which are the examples of the class Mammalia, that one will see. So first thing is there, characteristic is there, mammary glands are present. Mammary glands are present. Also you can say milk glands also present. Milk glands, mammary glands are also called as milk glands for feeding milk to young ones. Second characteristic is that these are warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals are there. That these are called as homeotherms. That means they can maintain their body temperature. Third characteristic is their body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Then fourth one is there, digits are with nails. Digits are there with nails. Digits are having nails, claws or hooves. Digits are with nails, claws or hooves. Okay. Next, exoskeleton. Fifth characteristic is there, exoskeleton is having hairs or fur. Exoskeleton is in the form of hairs or fur. Hairs or fur is there. And examples are there. Examples: elephant is there, humans are there, bat is there. Bat is also example. Again you can give kangaroo is there, dolphin is there, kangaroo, dolphin. These are the examples. So you can draw the diagram of bat. Draw diagram of bat from the textbook. So these points we have to write. So which are the characteristics? One more time we'll see. Mammary glands are present, milk glands are present, milk gland or milky glands are present. Then food. For what purpose mammary glands are there? For feeding. For feeding milk. For feeding milk to the young ones. Warm-blooded animals are there. Homeotherms are there. They can maintain body temperature. Our body temperature is there 37 degree. We can maintain. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. Then diseases are with nails, claws, and hooves or hooves. Exoskeleton is there in the form of hairs or fur. Elephant is there. Humans, bat. Then dolphin is there. Kangaroo is there. Bat is there. These are the examples of that particular mammalians. Examples of the mammalians. And now, next two questions are asked there in the use your brain power in that. Which two questions are there? First one is there gharial and crocodile. Gharial and these are the crocodile. These are what type of the animal? So they are which types of animal? Their characteristics we'll see. They can live on the land and they can live on water as well as, but they are reptiles. Even gharial, they are living on the land and they are living in the water. So gharial and crocodile, they are living on the land as well as they can live in the water, and that's why. But they are reptiles. But why? Crawling animals are there. Respiratory organs are present. Lungs are present, and they are doing respiration on the land as well as they can do in the water. So they are reptiles. They are having lungs and they are reptiles. Whales and walrus, two organisms are given. So whale and walrus, even they are living in water, but they are, what you can say, whale is living in water but it is mammalian. So whales and walrus, they live in water, but these are mammalians. And why? They are having mammary glands and they are viviparous. Viviparous, they can give direct birth to their babies. So the lesson number 6 is over and you have to write these points, and after this you can write question answers. I will send PDF, you have to write the question answers. Okay.